We live. Oh, I was supposed to come first. Oh, hey, I'm sorry, y'all wasn't supposed to see us yet. Anyway, I'm so goddamn. Oh, child, I'm so. Oh, child. The spirit. Yes, my soul ain't right this morning. My soul ain't right. My spirit and my soul.
Well, I don't know what time, but the winners, they already have the winners of the Love Awards.
They do?
Yes.
Okay, that's good. Hey, y'all, we sorry we late. We sorry. We know we're running late. We know we're running late. We're sorry.
The award ceremony is today.
Oh, it is?
But they don't have a time, so it says stay tuned. But we haven't been notified, so I'm sure we haven't won.
Yeah. Well, hey. Hey.
You never know. It was just a
well, hey.
It was an honor being nominated.
Hey.
You never know. Just coming out of it was just a
well, hey. Oh, I don't know why. It's connected. It's connected to my Bluetooth.
If I don't talk a lot today, y'all, I'm just here for moral support.
Yes, he might not get a word in motherfucking edgewise.
I'm just here for moral support.
Yes. Yes.
So I'm not going to say he talked too much today. Hey, Love Kingz.
Hey, Medina. What's going on? Hey, Love Kingz.
Ashley.
I ain't seen y'all. Where y'all been? Where the Love Kingz been?
They was here yesterday.
They what? Y'all know I don't pay no attention to the chat. Y'all know I don't pay no attention to the chat. But I know one thing. Joseph. I got the Love Kingz support on this here one today. Because I know my boy Tyrone. Oh, I know he's going to be talking in the chat today. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. So, you know when we get ready to do the goddamn countdown, let's get it going. Listen, I know today is Sunday and y'all say this is the Lord's day, but people, God didn't say this was his day. The people said it was his day. So, I'm going to be doing some cussing. I'm getting ready to tell y'all that right now. So, get ready. Here's the goddamn countdown. Let's get to it.
That was quick.
All right, I ain't even gonna do the intro this morning. I'm getting bring y'all that yes.
Hey, blogs and friction.
You camera ready, Joseph?
I'm camera ready.
All right, well, I'm getting ready to turn my song.
As camera ready as I'm ever gonna be.
All right.
For now.
Let me take this overlay out of here.
Bye, overlay.
Yeah, there you go. It's gone.
You see how better that looks than before?
Yes, it does. Ooh.
Why do you look like?
Huh?
Oh, that's the mic.
What's going on?
You look like you had on a black mask.
Oh, okay.
Well, that's from my distance. It looked like you have on a black mask.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And then
that's
my
better.
beard. I just did my beard.
That's better.
So it's still dark.
No, but that's better.
Okay. Whew. Hey everybody, good morning. Good morning. We got the people is up in here this morning.
Now, before I start, surely they ain't used to us on a Sunday.
Yeah, they ain't used to us on a Sunday. But guess what? I'm gonna put a couple of disclaimers.
I'm just here for moral support, so I might get one or two words in with that.
Yeah, he might. But before I start, we just say this. These are some disclaimers I'm getting ready to put down on you. Now, if you got any churn, that you don't like to hear cuss words, that you don't like to hear grown folks cuss, because I'm grown. 53.
Thank you, Ashley.
Take him out the room.
Because I already got the Love Kingz son saying, fuck him.
Yes. I don't want no kids to be walking around saying, fuck them. So if you got any churn, take them out the room. They can't just say one for the churn. Number 2, anybody, whether you my friend, whether you my enemy, Don't come calling me or sending me no messages asking me, is this show about you? Because I ain't talking about nobody in particular. I ain't talking about nobody in particular. I'm just talking.
Hey, Trisha.
That's all I'm doing. Uh-oh.
The mics went out.
Yeah.
That went out.
Oh, okay. I know what to do. Jesus.
Power on. Bluetooth auxiliary mode.
Are we working?
I'm sorry about that.
No,
folks.
we're not working.
Hello. I think I turned my mic off.
Mine is on.
Hello.
Don't we need Bluetooth mode?
No, we don't need Bluetooth mode. It's supposed to be an auxiliary.
I don't know.
Hold on. Testing 1, 2.
No, that's dead. It's on. There you go.
There you go. Hello. Testing 1, 2. Testing 1, 2.
We're back.
Yes, we are back. Now, like I said, if you my friend or you my enemy, don't come calling me and sending me no text messages and asking me, is this about you? Because it may be about you, and it may motherfucking not be about you.
Tyrone said he got his earbuds in, so go for it.
But I ain't talking about nobody in particular. But
AJ
you know what?
Fame.
This day is filled with frustration. And also, let me just say this, like I said, I know we as humans, we used to this being the Lord's Day, but it was a man that said that Sunday is the Lord's Day. The Lord didn't say that this was his day. So, because I likes to cuss, I'm gonna be cussing. I'm gonna say some big words.
Hey,
like
Christine.
motherfucker, like kiss my ass, right in the crack. Say all kinds of stuff. Stuff that y'all ain't never heard from me before. Bipolar disorder. I got my white on. Y'all see I got my white on. I got my white lace. Because it's Sunday. I'm trying to honor the Lord in a certain way. So before I even start, I'm going to say, Jesus, I'm sorry. But I had to say it. I had to get it out my system, Lord. I had to say it, Lord Jesus. All right? So let's get started. Now, as for y'all, hold on for 1 second. Now, y'all saw in the chat, y'all saw the title. What the title say? It said, let's keep it a buck. Keeping it real. Let's keep it a buck. Y'all always talking about it. I'm not talking about nobody. Like I said, I ain't talking about nobody in particular. I'm just saying y'all, because that's the language that we use.
You got something to say?
That's the language that we use.
Shush.
Y'all always talking about, oh,
Get that.
I need somebody in my life to keep it real. I need somebody in my life that's going to tell me the truth. Tell me the truth. Keep it real. I don't like phony
Hey,
people.
Melissa.
I don't like nothing phony. That's what y'all said, right? Come on, somebody in the chat.
Hey, Bacon for Shirley.
Come on. Keeping it real. Let's keep it a buck. That's how the kids say it these days. They don't say 100 no more. Let's keep it $1. $1.
Jay Faye said, okay, well, let's get on with it.
Okay, let's keep it real. That's what y'all say y'all want. But you know what? Y'all don't want that. Some of y'all don't want that. You don't want the truth. You don't want the truth. Now, let me tell you something about me. I done been on a journey. And let me tell you something. At the beginning of my journey, I was always, I was conditioned from a child. You know, when I was a child, I was conditioned to stay in a child's place. And then when I became an adult, I was conditioned to be an adult. But then I was also conditioned to be in a child's place. When it came to my parents, I was conditioned to stay in a child's place, even though I was an adult. I was also conditioned, you don't, Jamel, it's not nice. That's not nice. It's not nice to say that. It's not nice to say what you really want to say. If you ain't got nothing nice to say, don't say nothing at all. Joseph.
Yeah.
Am I telling the truth?
Well, they tried to tell me that too, but I never listened to that. I always said what I wanted to say and moved the way I wanted to move.
Mm-hmm. You always had to do what your parents wanted you to do. You always had to do what made your parents proud. If mama didn't want it, don't do it. If daddy didn't want it, then don't do it. If it wasn't going to make mama and daddy proud, then don't do it. If it was going to make your friends upset, then don't do it. But y'all want, keep it real. Keep it real with me. That's what Joseph.
Yeah.
How many times you done heard that?
A lot of times, but people don't normally tell me that because I've been told I was too real.
Keep it real. That's what y'all saying, right? Keep it real. Look at
I'm only here for moral support today, y'all. The ones of you that just popped in because he woke up with a word in his spirit.
Yeah, it ain't no one particular thing that's set me off today. But you know, like I told y'all, I don't usually make New Year's resolutions, but I did make a resolution that I was going into this new year stress motherfucking free. Stress free. I mean that. Oh, yes. I mean that. Let me tell you something. When you turn 50, Lord Jesus, let me tell you something. When you turn 50, you come into yourself. You know. When you're 20, see, when you're 20, you're 20s, you like to play around. That's your time to experience life and, you know, make all your mistakes and your bumps and your bruises and da-da-da-da-da. When you turn 30, you know, most of us, we have a little life experience from the 20s. And we try to, you know, apply those to our lives and, you know, we try to mature. But then when you turn 40, you're like, okay, check your bulb. Check your bulb. Check it. But then when you turn 50, it's like, look, I already know, goddamn it, this shit ain't gonna work out. This ain't gonna work out. Let me just either remove myself or remove your black ass. By any means, motherfucking necessary. Let me remove myself or remove your black ass. They see it, Joseph? Can they see it?
They can see it.
Oh, okay. And then when you, after 50, it's like, don't make me go find something. Bitch, don't make, what I tell you. Don't make me go find something. Don't make me go find something. Now, one thing, let me tell you something. I am so sick and tired of phony people. Like I said, I ain't talking to nobody in particular. But I'm so sick and tired of phony motherfucking people. See, I'm that bitch. If you want to call me a bitch, I'm that bitch. That if you don't like me, all you got to do is say, Jamel, I don't like you. I don't rock with you like that. I don't fuck with you like that. I think you a faggot. I don't like faggots. I don't like punks. I don't like gay people. I don't like you because you married to a man. I'm that bitch that will say, okay. And turn around and walk away. You ain't got to never worry about me ever again. See, because I don't mess with don't mess with me. I don't rock with don't rock with me. Don't fuck with whatever don't fuck with me. I stay here with my husband, my child. He's sitting on Joseph's lap. My child and my nice, beautiful life here in Rome, New York. That's good enough for me. That's good enough for me. I have a circle of friends, very small circle.
Hey, Luna.
I would have a bigger circle, and I don't have a small circle of friends because I don't like people, or because I think some people are just fucked up or whatever. I know that's not the reason why. Most of my friends are dead. See, because I know what the definition is of friendship. I know what it is for me. Oh yes, I know what the definition of friendship is for me.
No.
Now, if you're gonna be my friend, don't hold back. I'm that friend that we can have a fight. We can have a drawn out fist fight. And I'll be like, hey, child, I done made some collard greens, some chicken wings, and some macaroni and cheese and stuff. And you want to come over for dinner? I know I whooped your ass yesterday. Come on over for dinner. Let's talk it out. That's the kind of friend I am. Mm-hmm. I ain't the kind of friend that will sit in your face and laugh. Child, you so old girl, just stop. And then when you leave the room, I'm talking shit about you. I ain't that type of friend. I'm the type of friend that will talk shit about you to somebody. And they can go back and tell you, well, Jamel said this, Jamel said that, Jamel said this, Jamel said that when you was gone. And I'll say, yes, I said it. Joseph.
But if they tell you I said something, you gonna look at them
Yes,
and
I
say,
said it.
well, I know because he already told me.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I said it.
You first.
I said it. Whitney Lee say, I said what I said.
But I'm also not sitting there saying I'm your friend either.
No, I'm not. I'm not. I'm that friend that if we ain't friends no more, I respect you. I still got that respect. You still got that respect. I got that respect for you, and you got that respect for me. So what that means is that whatever dirty little secrets that we got amongst one another, oh, you ain't got to worry. You ain't got to worry. I'm not a vengeful person, see, because I let God do his job. Because the Lord don't like nobody doing his work.
But that's not how a lot of people move.
That's not how the Lord don't like nobody doing his work. So I'm not a vengeful person. Because there's some vengeful people out here that'll be your friend. Y'all be wholehearted friends for years and years and years. Then when they get mad at you, they go on and telling everybody, well, see, Jamel did this and Jamel was this way and he did this and Jamel, you got those friends. You ain't got to worry about your secrets. Even if we ain't friends no more, you ain't got to worry about the things that you have said to me about other situations and other people. You ain't got to worry about all that. Unless the police is involved. Now, if the police is involved, you done committed a murder.
So he telling.
I'm telling you, I'm telling. But see, that's keeping it real, Joseph. That's keeping it real. I'm even the type of person now I'm getting ready to tell you something. Tyrone, I'm getting ready to tell you something. Now, if you say if you say I said it, I'm going to deny it. I'm telling you, I'm going to deny it. I'll give you a heads up. I don't have to do that. I ain't had to do that in years. I ain't had to do that in years. I used to have to do that at work just to save my job. Now, I'm telling you about this person. Now, if you now you go back and say that I said it, I'm going to tell you I'm denying. I'm going to act just like I don't know what the hell you're talking about. I'm keeping my damn job. If you don't want realness in your life, then stop saying that you want motherfucking realness. Because that's what realness is. All those things that I just said and much, much more. That's what realness is. Joseph, did I say something wrong? Please tell me if I said something wrong.
No, but there's a lot of people that don't. They say they want that, but they don't want that. They want everything sugar coated. They want. First of all, people that call me, they call me because they want the truth. If you know me, forget YouTube. In my personal life, the only people that call me are people that want the truth about us. They done called everybody else and heard what everybody else had to say. And then they be like, I called you because I know you are going to tell me the real deal and you are going to tell me how it really is and what you really think. And you are the reason that's going to ground me into whatever decision I make. Because like Tremel says, it's not just with Tremel, it's with anybody. I never tell anybody what to do because you'll never come back and tell me that you messed up something because you did what I say do. Now I'll redirect you. I will redirect you in a minute. Redirection is a wonderful thing. I will redirect you. But I never sit and tell people, well, I would do this. Now, if I was in the same situation or a similar situation, I'll tell you, well, when I was in this situation, this is what I did. Now, it's up to you to do that. But I'm always going to keep it real with people. I'm always going to tell you how I feel about a situation. We just had a situation where someone called us and they were upset about a situation and they were crying on the phone. And I said, good, you need to cry. Cry, bitch. You should cry because it's all your fault. Because that's just the person I am. I don't feel sorry for you. I'm not going to sit there with you and your little pity party and all of that. I'm not going to do that with you because most people want a pity party when they feel down and all that. I'm not giving you that pity party. We're not going to sit around and wallow around in self-pity. I'm going to tell you what it is. Matter of fact, this actually leads into what I was going to do. Because I was going to make a Joseph rant about removing the I from the situation. Because a lot of times when things don't go right for you in a relationship or with somebody, it's always, what did I do wrong? Where did I go wrong? Well, maybe if I did this, or maybe if I did that. And I think a lot of times we need to remove that I out of the situation. And let's see what we did wrong. Let's see where we went wrong. Let's see where we could have fixed the situation. It's not always about you.
Yeah, but we can't fix the situation. We can't keep it real.
But that's what I was going to say. Most people can't deal with the reality of the situation at hand. They don't want to take the initiative and say, well, it's my fault that I was used. It's my fault that this person did what they did to me because I allowed it. People don't want the truth. People don't listen to the truth. How many times have people called you and you told them, well, you kind of knew this was happening because we had this conversation before and they didn't want to hear it. No, well, it was different last time. And last time it wasn't like that. And I think they learned their lesson. And now it's something totally, they make an excuse for everything. And I can't deal with people like that. I don't have time for. When you have an excuse for everything, that tells me you don't want to hear the truth.
Right.
When you can come up with a reason and a cause for every little fucked up thing in your life, that tells me you don't want to hear the truth. So I don't want to be bothered because I'm not going to sit there and sugarcoat stuff for you. At that point, I'm not even listening to you no more. I'm just there like, yeah, and I'm playing games on my phone and humoring you and yeah, girl.
Right.
Yeah, whatever. It's yeah, you're right. Yeah, well, I hope you figure it out. Okay, bye. Because I ain't got time for that. I only deal with people that deal in reality and facts. So maybe I should say that. Maybe saying they don't want the truth and keeping it real. I deal with reality and facts of what a situation really is, not what you want it to be, not what it could be, but what it actually is right now. And I think people get caught up in this little fantasy in their mind of what they want it to be, what it could be, what it should be, how they want it to be, as opposed to what it is right now, because they don't want that truth. Because the right now is the truth.
Now, you know what? Let me just give an example, Joseph. I wonder how most people would feel if they went to the doctor and they had some tests run. They had to have some tests run because they were feeling some type of way, and the doctor just told them what they wanted to hear instead of saying, Mr. McRae, you got cancer. Or Mr. McRae, you HIV positive.
There are people
Or
that
Mr.
would rather hear
McRae,
a
you
lie.
got 2 days to live. I wonder how they would feel.
There are people that would rather hear a lie. I've
You know
had
what I'm
friends.
saying?
I have had friends that were positive, and they actually were honest, and they told somebody, "Listen, before anything goes down, you need to understand that this is the situation." And the person got mad at them and said, "Why would you tell me that? I would rather you not have told me at all." Because they can't deal with the truth behind what's really going on.
Right.
There are people in this world that would rather have people not tell them the truth or lie to them than to deal with what's in front of them.
Right.
And I think that is so sad and so stupid. And what you said about going to the doctor, there are plenty of people that go
But
to
they'd
the
be
doctor.
ready to sue if the doctor didn't tell them the truth.
No, there are plenty of people that go to the doctor and they don't want to hear it. Or no, you're lying, I don't have that. Oh, no, I'm not going to.
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about if the doctor, I'm talking about what if the doctors just said, you know what? I don't want to hurt Mr. McRae's feelings. I don't want to hurt Joseph's feelings. I don't want him to be hurt. I don't want him to be worried or slighted or whatever. I don't want him to just go crazy when I tell him this news. So I'm going to tell him that everything is okay when everything ain't okay. How would you feel if the doctor, instead of telling you the truth, right?
Well, because I deal with reality.
Did not tell you the truth. He just said, Joseph, you fine.
Because I deal with reality, I would be pissed.
Exactly.
But you have other people that would be okay with that because they don't want to know. So it's like a double-edged sword. I mean, they can't do that. Even like when they told me I had kidney failure, she didn't know how to do it. Like it was, because there's no way to tell somebody something bad. That's just the truth.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's nothing you can do about it. And she really didn't know how to tell me. She sat down. And they didn't let the doctor do it. They let an intern do it. Mm-hmm. So now it's even worse because she's like, I got to deliver this man. Right. She's already looking at me not knowing I was as old as I was. So she's thinking I'm even younger than what I really am. Right. And she's sitting there and she's like, well, have you thought about dialysis? And I said, yeah, I've been thinking about it. And she was like, well, because, like she didn't know how to tell me. I said, are you trying to tell me that if I don't do dialysis, I'm going to die? She said, well, yes. I said, okay, so when are you putting the port in my chest and when are you guys going to do my arm? Mm-hmm. She's like, oh, great, you're going to do... Like, it was a sigh of relief for her. Right. Because had I said no, then she would have had to go into this whole spiel of what was going to happen to me if I didn't. And how little by little my body was going to break down. And how I was going to slowly kill myself by not doing it. Right. So it was a relief to her. And it was crazy because that Monday when I ended up in the hospital, that Saturday I had made up my mind that I was going to do it. Mm-hmm. So it was like I had already made up my mind that this is what was going to be done. It's just unfortunately in the process, I got even sicker. Mm-hmm. So it was a relief for her that I was like, okay, I'm on board. Because in her mind, she was like, because they had already told her, well, he was here last time, he didn't want to do it. But when I was there last time, what you said, the way they positioned it to me was like it was a necessary need at that moment, when in actuality, it was a necessary need at that moment. And I wouldn't have been sitting there at that time had they told me the necessary need that it was instead of positioning it like, well, let's do this and maybe if we try this. And when I said no, okay, we can give you pills. And I went home on like 18, 20 pills that I'm popping every damn day. Right. As opposed to just saying, look, Mr. Glover, because that's what my name was before I got married. Mr. Glover, listen, you need to be on dialysis because your kidneys ain't working right. You just need to be on that. It ain't no sugarcoating nothing. It ain't. And I would have said, okay, there's no other way but this. There's nothing else to do. Okay, well, let's do it. No, y'all want to play around. Oh, let us graft your arm to see where the veins are and da-da-da-da-da. No, no, because I'm not doing it. Right.
Now, hold on, Joseph. Now, why is it that same energy that we have when we go to the doctor, when we want the doctor to tell us the truth, and we want the doctor to be open and honest with us, why can't we keep that? Why can't we apply that same energy and that same structure to our regular lives? Why is it so hard for us to accept? Or why do we find it so insulting when somebody says, I don't like you. Why? Why do we get so upset?
I don't bother me.
I think it's the ego sometimes. I think sometimes it's our arrogance. I think sometimes it's our personality that gets in the way. It's our pride that gets in the way. Like, who the hell do you think you are? See, it goes back to what I say all the time, Joseph. People only hear what they want to hear.
But I think too is a way to do it.
It is a way to do
There's
it.
a way to do it. Like, for example, I always tell y'all, I can look at a person and just decipher in my mind if I'm going to like them or not.
Yeah, I mean, it is a way to do it.
And Tremel have seen me do it. Like, I'm like, Tremel, if you want to get to know them, that's your business, but I don't like them.
Right.
But at the same time, I'm not rude. If they speak to me, I say hello, because what I'm not going to do is shun somebody just because I've made up in my mind there's something about them I don't like.
Right.
So now if they try to get close to me and try to become my friend, at that point, I'm going to have to say, listen.
Right.
And I still give them a chance in the process, because maybe it's just me. Maybe I just got this vibe. Maybe that day your whole vibe was off and I picked up on that bad vibe. So I still give people a chance.
Right.
Now, if we already had dealings and I don't like you, that's a whole nother story, because I'm going to just tell you, look, bitch, I don't like you. And I don't care if you like me or not, but I'm just telling you, I don't like you. So we can be cordial.
Right.
You can say hello and goodbye. We don't even have to do that, but I'm just telling you, I'll be cordial. But we don't have to do that either. But don't expect conversation out of me. Please don't come in my circumference. Leave me the fuck alone, because I don't like you.
But most people would be ready to fight you if you said that.
But that's if I had dealings with a person. I'm not going to do that to
even
somebody.
the ones that you didn't, some of the ones that you don't have dealings with, they'd be ready to fight
but
you.
I
Like,
wouldn't, because if you don't know a person, I think that's you can't tell somebody you don't like them and you don't know them, because
right.
that part of it, like even like when I said, I'm cordial, I'll say hello and goodbye, and if they strike up a little conversation, I give them a little bit.
Right, I always try to give people a benefit of the doubt.
Right, and you don't know that I don't like you, so you're being friendly to me. I'm not going to just sit there with my nose to, I don't like you, bitch. No, because that anybody's going to be deterred from that. But if you know me and you don't get along, and you know that we had words at some point, and you still in my face trying to make me like you, that's not going to, I'm not going to, I don't see why somebody would get mad with you telling them, look, bitch, I don't like you. We've tried this before. It didn't work. I don't like you. So please just.
Right. No, but this is for the bitches. This is for the bitches that will sit in a room full of people and laugh and kiki and think they're having a good time. You think they're having a good time, and they'll sit and they'll just kiki and carry on, and it'll be a certain person in the room that may be the life of the party, and they and then when that person there, whole face change. I don't like that bitch. I don't like her.
I've had people do that to me.
I don't see her. Bitch, why didn't you say it when they was in the month? Because that's what I'm going to say. If I'm in the room, I'm going to say, bitch, if you didn't like her, then why didn't you say that while she was in here? Why you got to wait until she leave the room to talk shit, bitch?
I have been that person.
Why you got to wait to leave the room? Why you got to wait?
Because it's not people that. You have to have a certain amount of confidence and arrogance in you. I have done that to people.
But if you got enough confidence.
I have been places where people that I did not like was up and laughing and joking, and I'll be in the background going, sit down, bitch. Don't nobody give a fuck.
Right. That's me.
And then I have somebody on the side saying, shut up. Don't say that. I'm like, well, I don't like that bitch.
Right.
I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I like that. That bitch needs to shut the fuck up and sit down.
Right.
And they be like, why you start? I'm not starting trouble. That bitch needs to shut up because she fake and she phony.
Right.
And they hear you, but they want to pretend like they don't hear you.
Because
they already know that if they give you too much, you going to light their ass up.
Come on.
Because I done been that one that been in the background.
Come on.
While a bitch I didn't like.
Preaching today on Sunday.
And I stand and go, I don't like that bitch. And Omar's the one. Omar's always with me when it happens. Bitch, you can't do it. Why not? That bitch is standing there talking, so why the fuck I can't talk? And he be like, oh God, here we go. Yeah, here we go, bitch. And I'm going to keep saying whatever I want. So she shut the fuck up and sit down.
Right.
Making a fucking fool out of herself in a spectacle because everybody knows you're a goddamn liar, bitch. Nothing out of your mouth is the truth. I have done that.
I carry 2 hands.
I have done that. And people can't, because I'm not going to sit there and pretend that, yes, bitch, yes, girl, go ahead.
Right.
And I'm not going to do that.
I'm not doing that.
I'm not doing that. Not when I don't like you.
No.
You know I don't like you.
No.
I'm not.
I'm not doing that when I got a problem with you. When we friends and I got a problem with you, I'm not gonna do that. See, some friends, they allow shit to linger on what girl. The reason why I did what I did because 2 years ago when we was at the mall and I wanted that shirt and I asked you for $10 and you didn't give me that shirt, you didn't give me the $10 for the shirt. That's why I did what I did. Bitch, you bring up something 2 years ago, really, bitch? Really? You bring some shit up from 2 years ago.
And I'm bad to the point of when people will come up to me and you have a problem with me, and I will turn my back on them and look over my shoulder and say, you know I don't like you, bitch.
Right.
Let's not play games.
Yes, very that.
And God forbid if I'm smoking a cigarette, because I will blow the smoke in your face.
Very that.
You know I don't like you, bitch.
Right.
And turn back around. Like, I don't have time to play games.
Why can't we be like that, Joseph? Why is it when you get that energy, people look at you like, oh,
you're the wrong.
No, he wrong. He shouldn't have said that.
But
that wasn't nice.
They done sat there and agreed with everything you said.
Right.
They done sat there and said, yeah, you right. That bitch lied about everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you right. They wouldn't know the truth if the truth slapped them in the face.
Come on.
But then you're wrong for saying those things out loud.
Why y'all do that?
I'm the person that all the things that you're thinking in your head, I'm going to say. Because I'm not scared to say them, and I don't care if I say them. And people need to know how you feel about them.
That's why I left the Pentecostal church. The Pentecostal church. I was Pentecostal. Came from the Pentecostal Church of God in Christ.
Hey, DJ and Daddy.
Kojic. That's why I left. You know why? Because Kojic people are some of the phoniest motherfuckers you can ever meet in your life, from the pastor to the first lady on down to the deaconess board to the deacons. That's why I left. You phony bitch. Give y'all a story. Once upon a time, there was a brother named Emil. Okay? And he was still single at the time. But this man came into his life. And he decided to propose marriage. Now, at the same time, Jamel was on a journey. I was on a spiritual journey. I received a calling from the Lord, and the Lord said, Jamel, I need for you to take your place in the church. You've been going to this church for 28 years, and you've always sat with the deacons. You've always done everything with the deacons. You've always been supportive of the deacons. But now it's your time to take your place on the deacon board. Okay. Now, in the midst of me receiving this call, I went to my pastor and I said to the pastor, Pastor, about that, the Lord said that I need to be a deacon now. I'm ready to be a deacon. Pastor, after all these years, Shamel, you want to be a deacon? We've asked you to be a deacon so many times, and you said no. Because I didn't want to be a deacon just to get a pen that say deacon. Okay, I didn't want to be a deacon just to get a pen. I can get a pen. I can go to the store and get a pen that say deacon all day and walk around and say I'm a deacon. I can do that. Everybody, y'all all can do that. They want to be a deacon, but I want to be the deacon because that's what the Lord called me to do. In the midst of me, doing my stewardship for deacon, I was doing everything that my pastor required for me to do for my stewardship, for becoming deacon. And in the midst of that, love came back into my life.
That would be me.
So much so that I got on one knee. Y'all know that story. Y'all know the rest. Got on one knee and proposed. And he accepted. He proposed to me. That's what Kelly Price said, right? I proposed. Okay. Now, when my pastor got wind of me proposing, her punk ass wasn't even woman or pastor enough to call me and say to me what she needed to say about me becoming engaged. She told my motherfucking mama. She told my mama, he will never be a deacon in my church.
Amen.
Marrying a man.
And let me see your transcript.
Marrying a man. He will never be a deacon in my church. I picked up the phone and said, well, let's have a conversation. If that's how you feel, I respect your view. I'm not coming to your church no more. I had to leave the church.
But now, mind you, when she was sitting across from me face to face, all she did was undress me with her eyes until she couldn't take it no more because, I had in the contacts and I was.
Well, see, that's a whole nother story.
And she hit me with the, oh my God, you're such a beautiful, attractive man. I was like, I know this. I didn't say
but that's a whole nother story.
I respected her as a pastor. But my point to that is, if you are mad at him you're mad at him for wanting to marry me, but you as a woman looking at me, lusting after me. So as a gay man, you should understand why he wanted me as his husband. Because she was literally undressed. I was uncomfortable with the way she was looking at me. And then when it came out, oh my God, you are such a beautiful, attractive man. I was like, thank you. But I knew that was coming. I knew that was coming. But my thing is, if you're so mad, then let the devil just use you all the way. Right,
but see, this is the thing, Joseph. I wasn't upset because of the way she felt. Wasn't upset at all that at first. I was upset. That's what I was upset at.
Right, DJ.
What upset me is that you, as a pastor, was not woman enough or pastor enough of your flock, that you could not come to me and say to me, Jamel, I don't agree with this. I wish that you would not do it. Give me your honest view on it. Give me your honest view on it. Let's have a conversation about it. Why the fuck you gonna go to my mama and tell my mama? It's just like my mama. That's why me and her don't speak no more. You sat there and let this woman talk about me. This is just one of the reasons why me and my mother don't speak no more. You sat here and this woman spoke badly of me, and you still step your foot into that church every Sunday.
But then that goes back to the live I made the other day when I said, why do people want to be a part of something that don't want them to be a part of it?
You know what I said? Let me tell you, when I told my mother, I said to my mother, I said, Mom, because we used to go to the same church. I said, Mom, I've been a member of this church for 28 years, and it's really hard for me. I don't want to leave, but I have to leave. And I think that's what I'm going to do. She said, well, go ahead, son. I think that's the best thing for you to do. I said, are you leaving too? Oh, no. Now, mind you, they talk about my mama like a dog, too. Sister Davis, you always late for church. Sister Davis, you always starting trouble with people. You always gossiping about people. That's how they talk about my mama in church. But she's still running up to that church house. She drives an hour and a half to this church every Sunday. And they treat you like that. And they treated your son like that. And you're still going there. That's just one of the reasons why we don't speak. See, because my mother always wants to be honest with me. But I can't be honest with her. She always wants to tell me what she wants and how important everything in her life is that she wants. Oh, I don't have no problem with you being gay. I don't have no problem with you being gay.
Right, Dean.
She even her best friend is even gay. But you know what she said to me when I got engaged? The day that was supposed to be the happiest time of my life. You know what she said? You should have prepared me for this. Oh, it was a big problem. when I got engaged. It was a big problem. With Joseph, you was there. Oh, it was a big problem. You should have prepared me for this. Now I have to explain to everybody that comes up to me that says, congratulations, and what's going on with your son, the pastor's husband. I heard your son getting married. I thought he was straightening himself out. He was one of my best friends. He was one of my best friends. And sometimes when I didn't have a ride to church, he would come all the way from Paterson, New Jersey to Newark, New Jersey. If anybody knows, that's a long ride. He would come from Paterson, New Jersey to Newark, New Jersey and pick me up and take me to church. He was one of my best friends. And then when he found that I was getting married, all that ended. See, that's why I don't like phony motherfucking people. That's why I don't like phony people, because I done had too many goddamn ups and downs in my life.
See, but
to deal with phony people.
But I think that everything that happened to you from that point up until now was part of your journey. It was meant to happen. Of something that was supposed to happen.
Yeah,
that needed to happen.
I know it. I know that now.
Right, but I mean, it's not even a need. In the beginning, I know you were mad at it. In the beginning, I know it hurt you. But now it should just inspire you and uplift you.
Oh, it does. It does. And it taught me so much, Joseph.
Even that day when I did what I did, when you were sitting in front of the house and I was like, I don't know who you are.
Right.
I don't like this little meek man. That ain't the meek man I knew 18 years ago. That ain't who you was.
Right.
I need you to be you. Don't just do what I say because you scared I'm going to leave. I need you to kick back. I don't like no little wuss.
And what I tell you, I said, all right, you sure?
I should have.
Are you sure?
I should have never had that conversation. But it's true, because if you know a person, even though we spent 18 years apart, I know the person that I knew 18 years ago. And the person standing in front of me 18 years later was not that person. It was somebody that I'm like, who is this little weak man? Like, I like Tremel because he was arrogant. I like Tremel because he had this air about him, the same air I have about myself, of confidence and, arrogance. And I don't know this little meek, humble man in front of me. Yes, that meekness needed to be there in the beginning so that I can understand how he actually felt 18 years ago. And I can say, okay, he got it.
I asked him what I said, are you sure?
But at the same time, I knew that it was more, I knew that had we progressed, that meekness, humble man was going to eventually fade away, and this is what I was going to get. This is what I wanted from the door. I didn't want that fake person you had become to please everybody and just make sure everybody just, I could tell it was just a fakeness. And then once I told him that, and everybody and everything in his path just started getting bulldozed over. And I'm like, well, I'm here for it, because I'd rather you open your mouth and tell people how you feel than sit back, because if you don't, I will. Because what I'm not going to do is let people sit back and use you and abuse you. And that's why people told him, oh, he shouldn't marry me. Oh, they don't like me, because they could tell that I wasn't the one, honey. I'm not a weak individual. They could see that just having one conversation with me. You're not going to just tell me what to do and I'm going to do it. Because if you can't make it make sense to me, well, it damn sure don't make sense to me to do whatever you want me to do. Because I think everybody's stupid anyway. Everybody in my mind is stupid until you prove me wrong.
Well, see, that's why I don't like phony people these days, y'all. And I don't like people being phony to me. See, when I go to the doctor, I expect for him to tell me the wholehearted. I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's a pimple growing on the back of my ass. I want him to tell me the truth. That's what I pay him for. And that's what I expect from people in my life. Tell me the goddamn truth. Keep it 100. When I say keep it 100, that's what the fuck I mean. I know y'all like, Jamel, you ain't got to cuss that much. You ain't got to cuss like that. But sometimes you got to cuss to get your point across. But that's what the fuck I mean. If you can keep it, I mean that shit. Keep it 100. If I've done you wrong, keep it 100. If you don't like something that I've done to you, keep it 100. If you don't like me as a person, keep it 100. Don't go tell Tom, Dick, and goddamn Harry, because they can't do nothing about how you feel about me. I'm telling you that. They can't do nothing. The only thing they can do is get your ass whooped. Worse.
And don't tell me, because I'm going to tell them what you say.
That's the only thing it can do. The only thing it can do is get your ass whooped worse, or get you cussed out worse. I can cuss you out, honey, and make you want to commit suicide. I can say some shit that'll make you want to go up on the top of the tallest building in your city and make you jump off. Oh, yes. That's what it's going to do. That's what it's going to do. Now, I'm very, Joseph will tell you.
I was only supposed to be
here. If you listen, when we had this meet and greet, y'all are going to be shocked and amazed. I'm the sweetest person you ever want to meet, Joseph, tell him.
It's let me tell you.
I'm the sweetest person you ever want to meet in your whole entire life.
Y'all, to us, it's funny, and to people that know us personally, it's hilarious that people think that Tramel is the one that is loud, and because this is who he is on here, and that I'm the quiet one, and I'm the one that's like meek and humble. And when people that know us in our everyday lives know that I'm the bitch that'll flip the table first and be ready to fight and have you up against the wall by your throat. And Tramel is the one grabbing me saying, no, don't do it. But people think that it's the reverse, that it goes down in the reverse. It's just, I've just always been, if a person I'm with has a bigger personality than me, I don't have a problem with falling back because I don't have to be in the spotlight. And that's when I think you get a lot of problems with people, or even like when you see people on YouTube trying to fight for the spotlight because they both have big personalities and they both want to be in the forefront. And I don't have that problem. My thing is, his personality is big, my personality is big, but I know Tramel got a big personality. He's always had that. Like, it's always been Tramel. Tramel doesn't walk into a room. Tramel sachets into a room. So, and it's a difference because I do too. I ain't gonna lie. And
but not like me.
I just said it.
He sachets
into the room, and it's like
with a pair of jeans on and a t-shirt. I'm a
sachet into the no. Tramel walks into the room, and you be like, "Oh my God, who's that?" I walk into the room, and you're like, "Who does that bitch think he is?" That's the difference.
It's very that.
That's the difference.
Very that.
When he walks into the room, it's like, well, you want to know who he is. When I walk into the room, it's like, you want to know who I think I am.
Yeah, or
because I come in with this air,
or he gonna keep it cute.
It's like I come in with this air, like everybody in here is beneath me.
Yeah.
So just stay where you are.
Yes.
Don't ask me any questions. It's like I'm Beyonce and all the rest of y'all are peasants.
Right.
And Tramel walks into the room like Diana Ross with her big, yes, darling, I'm here. Everybody gather around.
I'm the nicest person
in the world. Because that's what makes us good for each other.
You know why? But you know why? But you know why? You know why? Now, and Joseph, every time we turn off and we leave, I say to myself, I go, as you know, you do the analytics and you do all the emails and you do all that stuff, and I say to us, why aren't we bigger than I feel as though we should be? Right? Because reality is what reality is. You know.
You have a message, read it. You have a message.
Oh, I do.
From Brown Sugar Baby. Right. That's just how it is with me and Tramel. And like I'm the one that's just like you see me now. I'm standoffish. And if you walk up to me and be like, "Hey, it's me, Coach Sherry," I'll be like, "Hey, how you doing?" You'll be like, "Oh my God, Coach Sherry, how you doing?" Blah, blah, blah. That's just who we are. It's not that I don't want to be bothered, or it's not that I'm not happy to see you. It's just that that's my expression. That's just. And sometimes, I end up, people will come back to me and say, you were rude. I'm like, no, I'm not rude. And I apologize if you felt, I don't have a problem with apologizing. Because if you think that I'm being rude, I'm not being rude. It's just, that's who I am. I'm not Tramel. Like, right. I'm not that.
Right.
Like,
some people expect for us to be the same, but we're not.
Before the pandemic and before we moved and we would go to church, I would tell him after church, I'm like, it's okay, you can socialize. Because he knows me. I'm going to sit in one spot and not move.
Yeah.
And then he thinks that he's holding me up and I'm mad because I want to leave. And I'm like, no, I know what you do. I know this is you. You socialize. You go around everybody and speak and hug and kiss.
Yeah.
And me, I'm not that person.
Yeah, they come up with him and love on him.
Right. They come to me and be like, hey, Joseph, how you doing? I'm like, I'm fine. How are you? And that's it. Like, that's all the conversation I'm giving you. Especially if I know you, that's totally different. Right. We could sit there and cackle all day long.
Thank you, Brown Sugar Baby, for the compliment. Thank you, baby. If
I don't really know you like that, I'm going to be like, hey, hi, how you doing? That's just me. But people have said that I was rude or they said I was shady. And I apologize because that's not my intent.
Right.
It's just who I am.
Right.
Like, that's just who I am. And people have met me that felt I should have been more excited to meet them. And it was like, well, no, it's not that. It's just, that's who I am. Mm-hmm. So like when we do this meet and greet, I'm preparing myself mentally that, hi, how you
doing? You ain't got to do all that, no. But you ain't got to do all that. I'm telling you, because some people are there are people that I will meet and have that reaction because we've had conversations past on YouTube. Or they'll DM me and we'll have a conversation. So yes, I am that excited to meet them. But I see where, let's just say if there's a line and people are coming up and it's one of those people that I have had a conversation with off from here. And they hear you come and I've commented to you back and forth in the chat. And I'm like, hey, how you doing? That looks shady. Then I'm standing there with this one. Hey, girl, how you doing? Yeah. Oh, my God, it's so great to see you. And they hear you coming. I'm like, hey, how you doing? It's like, really? Did he really just do that? But that's not what that is. And people misinterpret things without asking questions as well. Right.
You saw something, but you don't realize that me and this person have had conversations past here. So yes, it is a pleasure for me to meet them face to face because we've had conversations. I didn't just talk to them in the chat when I was live. They messaged me on Facebook. They messaged me on. For example, if I'm at Baking with Charlene, she's messaged me and Tramel on Instagram. So my reaction to her is going to be different than, say, maybe somebody else that I've never really spoken to past being on YouTube in the chat saying, hey, how you doing? Yeah, I agree with what you're saying.
It's like, where my cake at?
Right.
Don't make me punch you in the face. Where my cake?
Right. She may come up before you and I'm like, girl, I want a cake. Did you bring me a cake? Da, 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 da. And we laughing and joking. And then you come, or even Burns, we live close by.
Oh my God! I met her. When I met her, it was like she was a superstar. Number one, even the situation, which was really, really bad that I met her in, she was a superstar to me. She was. We hugged. We hugged. I don't know. We hugged like Suge, like Miss Sealy and Natty. We hugged.
Right, because you meet people that you see. So I get it. I get.
But that's just me. That's my energy. Joseph ain't
know,
but
at the same time,
he might not do all that.
If you don't know the backstory, you can't just assume someone is not being nice to you or someone is treating you a certain type of way when you don't know a backstory. And a lot of people do that.
Right. No, a lot of people do that. What I don't like is
walk away saying, oh, well, I don't like them. They're not who
they
say they are. And blah, blah. But you don't know the backstory. You just took the fact that you saw me smiling with somebody that I've had conversations with more than I've had conversations with than you. And you assume, like, I've had people say to me, you're not happy to see me? I'm like, yeah, bitch, I'm happy to see you. I was like, child, you know this is just me. And we got that understanding right there and there. See, that's what I like. I call me out on my shit if you think I'm giving you shit. Say it to me. You not happy to see me, bitch? Yes, I'm happy to see you.
Don't wait until you get home. So well, I didn't want to say nothing.
Don't wait till you get all the way back home and then send me an email talking about,
I ain't want to be confrontational.
I didn't want to be confrontational, but you're being confrontational right now with this email.
Oh, I ain't want to. I didn't want to say nothing because I knew you was gonna get you, bitch. That
You
goes.
don't
That
know
goes
me,
with the
man.
fact of you being inside my head. You don't know how mad. You don't know if I'm gonna get mad or not.
I put up a post like that, D&J, this week. I said, people don't understand it don't cost them a goddamn thing to mind their fucking business. Minding your business is free. But people don't understand how to do that. They so busy wanting to, because they ain't got no business of their own. That's number one. Because they ain't got no business of their own. So they want to be in everybody else's business, worried about what everybody else is doing, worried about what everybody else is saying, and how everybody else is moving. But if they had business of their own, they'd be all right. What happened?
You see, love. They said we better get a hug. Now you
What?
like
Tyrone, I'm gonna just look at you and go, oh, hey. No,
Like, hey,
no. Now, Steve, you know I'm gonna give it to Tyrone just to upset him. I'm just gonna look him. I'm gonna give him my hi, and then look at Famous and go, hey, Famous, how you doing?
Yeah, because they both Aries. That's why. That's why. It's the shade of it all. Like that. That's where the shade is. That's where the shade is, Tyrone. Now you know me and you. We here. And
We
always here.
Because see, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something about it. If somebody did that to me and you, even if they was happy to see me, in my mind is like, oh, what the fuck problem you got with my husband? I don't care how happy you are to see me. What the fuck problem you got with my husband?
Right.
So that would be his reaction. Like, well, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, when you talk to him more than I do.
Right.
And he all happy to see me and paying you dust. I already know how Famous mind gonna work.
Right.
Like,
shout out to Mad Churches and Mad Churches. Yes, I know church folks cuss like sailors on leave. So let's not even leave that out the spectrum. Church folks cuss. Y'all know that. Y'all know I'm honest when it comes to the church. Church folks cuss like a sailor on leave.
But they try to pretend like they.
But they try to not our church, not our church. The one thing I love about our church, we go to what we call an all-affirming church. My pastor is a pastor. He's a great pastor, phenomenal pastor. Shout out to Pastor Kevin E. Taylor. If you have not watched his sermon today, you need to get over to Facebook and watch his sermon. Message. He's a phenomenal pastor, period. He's a phenomenal man, period. He cuss. And he just so happens to be he's a pastor that just so happens to just be gay. It's not a problem. It's not a problem. But see, people focus on that. A lot of people focus on the fact that he's gay instead of focusing on the fact that he's a phenomenal man.
But when they hear him preach, that'll fly.
But when they hear him preach, Gag Nation sets in. Oh yeah, Gag Nation. Y'all know what Gag Nation is? It's like when you take a big gag pill with no water. No water whatsoever. And see, that's what will happen to you if you don't keep it real with me. You will get a big gag pill with no water. See, because like I said, I'm that bitch. I carry 2 cans of whoop ass in my back pocket. Two 2-liter cans. And I might be carrying something else too. But the one thing that I ain't afraid of is I ain't afraid to get my ass whooped either. Because I know that somebody else might have 2 cans of whoop ass shit. Somebody might have 3 cans to my 2. I ain't scared. It ain't nothing for me to get my feelings hurt. Because feelings, when your feelings are hurt, it's made to get over it. Get over it. Get over it. Get over it. The bitch don't like you. Get over it.
So if you learned any lesson from today,
Jay-Z ain't gonna be your husband.
It's to keep it real.
Get over it.
Deal with the truth in your own life.
That's right. Keep it a buck. If you don't say it. If you don't, damn it, mean it. Don't say you want somebody to keep it 100 with you if you don't mean it.
And you should want people.
And that's real talk.
And you should deal with reality, not these little sugar-coated fantasies in your mind.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, we all wish, and I'll keep saying it till the day I die, that our lives was full of unicorns, rainbows, and ice cream. But it's not set up that way.
Mm-hmm. But you know what? I'm gonna leave y'all with this. I'll tell y'all something. And I'm gonna mention names. Shout out to Daryl Moore. I'm gonna mention names. I remember when I first started watching Daryl Moore, Joseph. I was also friends with one of his enemies, King Jives. And when I saw the beef that was going on between him and King Jives, I sent a message to Daryl Moore. And I said to him, Daryl, and he can confirm this. Okay? Shout out to you, Daryl Moore. He can confirm this. I sent him a message. And I said to him, I said, Daryl, I said, I want you to understand that I love you. I love your show. And I respect you. I'm not saying the exact words that I said, but in a nutshell, I said, but at the same time, I also want to tell you that I do watch King Jives too, and him and I are friends too. But here's the thing. Here's the reason why I can still be friends with both of them. I'm still friends with both of them to this day. The reason why we can still be friends is because whatever goes on between King Jives and I is between him and I. We don't talk about Daryl Moore. And whenever I talk to Daryl Moore, whatever friendship, whatever goes on between him and I goes on between him and I. And we don't talk about King Jives. Come on now. Let's keep it real. And I will tell both of them. I've told both of them. I don't talk about, we don't talk, we can go talk about that other person. We don't even mention his name. It's not because I know, it's not because of the situation between them two, because that ain't none of my business. All I know is he's a colleague of mine, and he's a colleague of mine. And I keep those friendships separate, and that's it.
Brown sugar baby, I wish that I could answer that question for you.
What's that?
I don't think any gay person can answer that question
What's
for
that?
you, gay or lesbian.
What's that?
She said, how come when two straight people get married, it's not a question of sex? But when two people of the same sex get married, it becomes an issue of sex. Because
it's because of the racism in this world. It is. Joseph say what it is.
What I'm interpreting her point to be is, why is it that when gay people get together, or gay people in general, even if a man walk in the room, and you if a straight man walk in the room, you don't say, "Ooh, is he straight? Is he straight?" If a gay man walk in the room, "Ooh, is he gay? Is he gay?" Like, why does what we do in our bedroom play a large part in who we are as people?
I'm gonna tell you why.
Because it's not being made. Y'all are not watching me and Trinell have sex.
I'm gonna tell you why.
Why is that an issue?
I'm gonna tell you why. It's because of the way we've been conditioned in our life. We've been conditioned to believe that the Bible says that being gay is wrong. Being gay, you're going to hell. Being gay is wrong, 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 wrong. That's the way we've been conditioned. We've been conditioned and mentally and verbally abused by these pastors.
Hey, Daryl.
These pastors that have lied to us and have told us that it's in the Bible that that being gay is wrong and it's a sin when it's not. I have not met a pastor yet that can tell me that it says in the Bible that I'm going to hell because of who I am. Never met one. I would love for one to tell me. I would love for one to show me.
Rephrase that, because they all tell you that.
No, I know. I would love for one of them to show me proof, ironclad proof. But that's the reason why. That's the reason why it is that way, because of the way we as black people, especially black people, see, because the white community don't have this problem a whole lot. Believe it or not. The white community don't have this problem a whole lot. See, it's us black people. The black people, we have been conditioned to believe that being gay is a sin, that being gay, you're going to hell. And then on the other side of the spectrum, there is a fear. And let me tell you what the fear is. One of the fears is that our parents have is they don't want their child to be ridiculed in this world. They don't want their child to be teased because being gay is different.
And that has nothing to
Anything
do with
is hold on. Anything that is different, whether they be gay, whether they be gothic, whether they dress a certain way, anything that is going to get them the negative attention, or negative and positive, is something we have been conditioned to stay away from. We have not been, and we've never, as our parents have never, ever, and this is all of us, have ever, a lot of our parents have never, ever told us, go out and live your life and push the envelope. And be whatever it is you want to be. Be free. Be free. Be free. Our parents don't tell us that. Our parents say, well, you don't want to do that. Because if you do that, this is what's going to happen. You don't want to be gay. Because if you're gay, they're going to tease you at church. They're going to tease you at church. They're going to tease you at church. They're going to tease you at school. Your daddy ain't going to like that. Your daddy going to call you a punk. Your daddy going to call you a sissy. Your daddy going to call you all kinds of names. The kids in the neighborhood, they ain't going to play. This is what parents, this is the anxiety that parents go through.
Now listen to him.
Now, am I saying that? Am I saying it's to justify it?
I can answer your question.
Am I saying it to justify it? Hell no. But Joseph, I ain't finished. Let me finish. Then you got the other parents, like your mama, or like your Uncle Fred, or like, some other people, like, that is like, I don't care what. That's my child. That's my baby. And I don't care what he is. Even if I don't like it, I got his back. That's my child. And if you fuck with him, you got to fuck with me. That's my husband. Good, bad, or ugly. He can go out. If he go out and I find out he's a serial killer, I'm in the courtroom, perched with my hair right there, supporting him. It's the conditioning, Joseph, of it all. That's what it is. It's the conditioning, whatever the conditioning is. But this is what, and y'all, this is my opinion. This is how I feel about the whole situation. This is what I've experienced. This is what I've seen. I told you, Joseph, I went to the same church for 28 years. I never experienced homosexuality issues in my church. My pastor, God rest his soul, the pastor who was the pastor of my church before his evil daughter took over, him and I, we had a relationship. We was like this. I can pick up the phone and call him and tell him anything. He knew I was gay. Never heard him preach a word. This is Pentecostal. And he was at the top. He was on the board. He was the superintendent for the state of New Jersey. Okay, that was his position in the Pentecostal world. He was on a big scale. Him and I, we had conversations. I called him about my boyfriends. I called him about my life. I called him about everything. He never judged me. Never told me, Terrell, let's run, Terrell. You going to heaven? Never. That's why I stayed in the church so long, y'all. Never had that experience. But I know plenty of my friends that have been silenced like I was. I was 50 years old when I got silenced. Mad church, if you're still in here, you know what being silenced. Joseph, you know it. I was silenced. If anybody that don't know Pentecostal world, when they silence you, that means you can't be you can't do no auxiliary work. All you can do is come to church and sit in the back and listen to the word. That's it. Don't be shouting. You can't shout. Can't do nothing. No. That's being silenced. That's what they wanted me to do because I was marrying him.
Answer your question, brown sugar baby. Now that he said all of that.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to go. Y'all, I go off the tangent.
All of that, and that's how straight people think. There's nothing they can use but us having sex. But like you said, it becomes about us having sex as opposed to us being men or two women getting married. It becomes about us having sex. All of what he just said, because you can't find that they can't use nothing else. There's nothing else they can use. There's nothing else they can say. They always take it to our bedroom because there's nothing else they can't say nothing else. They can't use anything else. Like I tell people when, you live a homosexual lifestyle, really? Before the pandemic, I used to go to the movies. I went out to eat. I went grocery shopping. I basically did the same things you did. So that means you live a homosexual lifestyle as well.
See, we have to stop. And you know what? Another word we have to stop using. Another word, I'm sorry, Joseph. Another word we have to stop using when it comes to this is ignorance, because it ain't no goddamn ignorance. There have been gay men around, gay men and women, and homosexuality has been around since the beginning of the time. This ain't got nothing to do with ignorance. Everybody in this world know what gay is. It's not no damn ignorance. That ain't no ignorance. I'm sorry, Melissa. I can't. I agree with you. I agree with everything you say, but I can't. I don't rock with that shit no more. That's some bullshit. It ain't about no goddamn ignorance. That's just like saying white people are racist because they ignorant. They don't like us. They don't fucking like us.
Have you ever noticed? And I'm gonna give
Some of them.
I'm gonna give y'all an assignment.
It ain't no ignorance.
I'm gonna give y'all an assignment today. And you can do it between now and all of next week. Notice one thing. You never see white trans women online fighting for their rights. You never see white trans women online, explaining who they are and why they are the way they are and saying that women of their own race don't accept them. What you do with black trans women. You never see gay white men online saying that they've been ostracized by their church and people around them treat them like dirt and people around them just don't accept them. But you see black men do it. You know why? Because it's black people. Go back and watch the live from yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
See, these are the things black people don't want to talk about.
Right.
You know how many times I brought up that black people treat gay people different and they look at me, that's not true. You're a fucking liar. You're a liar. You beat your own kids. You put your own kids out on the street at 10 and 12 and 13 and 14 because you're not going to be gay in my house. You're not going to do this shit in my house, so get out.
Come on.
Please, let's. One thing about black people we gotta stop is the bullshit of pretending like shit don't happen,
right?
Because it do. But see, as long as it's happening to you straight people, it's an issue. But when the gays talk about what y'all do to us, or the trans women talk about what y'all do to us, it ain't real. It ain't real. We don't do that. Oh no, we don't do that. But yet you'll see a video of a trans woman getting jumped by 25 boys, and ain't nobody helping her. Right. Ain't nobody helping her. What they yelling? Beat him. Beat him. He shouldn't have on a dress. Beat him. That's what y'all be doing.
Now, listen, I might get shot for this.
A gay man get killed, and the first words out your mouth is, oh, well, he was probably tricking that boy. He shouldn't have been having sex with men in the first place.
Right. But wait a minute, Joseph. I might get shot for this because a lot of people don't really particularly care for this person. But one person I got to respect for. It's Dr. Umar Johnson. Is this Umar Johnson?
Let me see your transcript is about to light you up in the comments because she been doing a whole series on him. I'm just warning you now.
Who, Dr. Umar?
She about to light you up in the comments.
No, she ain't. Because let me tell you something. And let me see your transcript. You call me. You call me after this if you want to. The one thing I can respect about Dr. Umar is that he is honest.
Hey, Roxanne.
When it comes to the way he feels about things. Now, he was on Hot 97 one time. He did an interview. I don't know what the interview is, so I wish I could send you the link. But somebody asked him about the LGBTQ. They said, how do you feel about the LGBTQ being a part of the Black Lives Movement and being a part of, the things that we do? And he said, you know what? I don't. I don't like it. And they said, well, why? He said, well, they don't have nothing to bring to the cause. They don't have nothing to bring to the culture. I can respect that. I can respect his honesty because now I know that brother don't rock with me. You understand what I'm saying? Let me see your transcript. It's just a little bit of respect. I put a little respect on his name. That's it. Just a smidgen. Just a small little bit of respect on his black
people.
No, but a lot of black people will sit back and act like they like gay people when they really don't. Or when it hits their home, they blow up into a whole nother thing.
Or as long as we become a ministry.
I've had friends with kids. I have one of my best friends. Say her name, the bitch. She got a son. All she did was keep her son around gay men, right? And her son was a little queen. He used to walk around like a little queen, putting on wigs, and when his mama was around, putting his hands on his hips and stuff like that. And it was obvious. It was very obvious that he was queen. It was very obvious that he was going to be a queen. He was a queen. Well, he came to his mom at 17 and said, "Mommy, I'm gay." And she was so devastated. Oh my God. She was trying to commit suicide and the whole nine, y'all. and we friends. Now you all distraught because your son is on my side of the fence. That's the fucking phony shit that I've been talking about. I don't fuck don't fuck with me. Don't fuck with me if you don't fuck with me. That's the shit I'll be talking about, Joseph.
Well,
I sat here and had a friendship with this girl for over 10 years. And then in that 10 years, we was cool. Oh my God, we lived together at one point in time. We lived together for 5 of those 10 years. And now you all distraught and about to pass out and die because your son is gay? And you knew that I was. Wasn't a guy trying to hide it. Wasn't trying to hide it. Hell, you live with me. Now you all distraught. That was 10 years of my life that I can't get back, that I fucking wasted on your friendship on a person that didn't like me for being me. Because that's how I take it. Bitch, you don't like me for being me. Now you got a son. Now you got to deal with the same thing. You got to deal with the same thing that my mama dealt with.
But that's always the way it works out.
But that's not keeping it 100.
Because a lot of people that talked about
that's not keeping it 100.
I sit back now and look at their sons and I'm like,
Well, that's a whole nother show, Joseph. That's a whole nother show. You know, we can now you want to talk about the eye. You know, the eye that we came in to have. Because, you know, we got friends. No, Joseph, let's be honest.
And your child is with the same boy all the time.
Let's be honest.
Child, I know what that is.
Let's be honest.
But you want to talk about me when I was growing up, talking about I'm going through a phase and all kind of bullshit. Child,
Joseph, let's be honest. We got friends that will call us and say, my husband said that he wanted to do such and such in the bed. Is he gay? We got friends.
I learned my lesson with that.
We got friends that will call us and say, well, not friends. We got people that will call us and say, my son is acting such and such.
Now, I had a friend ask me, when should she pull her son out the closet? I said, well, you shouldn't do that. You should wait for him to come and tell you, or you can have conversations, but you shouldn't just go to him and say, I know you're gay. I said, because
that's a whole different show.
What if he's not? No, but I'm just saying, it's the same thing.
That's a whole different show, y'all.
You can't just pull somebody out the closet.
That's a whole different show. We talking about something else. We talking about keeping it above.
Well, that's why she wanted to do it, because she wanted to keep it buck with him. She's like, I know he's gay, but he right around here with these little girls trying to make me think that he's straight. And I just want to tell him, Chad, I know you sucking dick. I said, girl, you can't just go to your son and tell him.
Why not?
He's sucking dick.
Why not?
I said,
why not?
No.
Why?
I said, because it could traumatize him.
No, it can't traumatize him. With my nephews, let me tell you something. It ain't gonna traumatize him.
But
y'all, anybody that's
trying to pretend.
No. Anybody that's listening, any parents that's listening, and you think your child is gay, and you know that they are, and you want to go to them, and you want to have a conversation with them, then have a conversation and say, baby, I know. And the reason why, let me give you an example. Once upon a time,
you can't do that.
There was a brother named Emil.
But you wasn't right.
Hold on. I'm going to fix you. I'm going to give you an example. Once upon a time, there was a brother named Emil. And Emil had these 2 nephews. He got 10 nieces and nephews, but he had these 2 nephews. And my sister used to say, well, Emil, every day when they come home from school, they be locking their doors. Why they locking the door? I said, because they in there jerking off. They in there jerking off, Kim. They in there jerking off. He said, Emil, no, they ain't. I said, Kim, it's a thing that men go through. It's something that men go through. I don't know if women go through this thing, but it's something that us men go through when we find out that the toy works. It ain't just big. Or when we find out what it can do and how it feels. That's what we do, Joseph. That's what we do. If it feel good, if we know how to make it feel good, we go home after school and we lock our door and we play whack whack, whack whack, whackity whack whack. So one day, my sister after she was in denial about all this. Came home. He locked the door. She jimmied the lock. And guess what they was doing? Do I need to tell you? Do I need to tell you? So, and see, I had the conversation where I said, y'all, why don't you tell your mama the truth? Tell your mama the truth. Tell your mama that you be in the room jerking off so she can stop worrying about why you locking your doors. Because she think y'all in there rapping re-upping. She think y'all in there packaging up y'all weed to sell. That's what she think y'all do. Is you selling weed? No, Uncle Cree, we ain't selling no weed. What you doing? Nothing, Uncle Cree. They ain't even want to tell me. I said, I know what you're doing. I know you're jerking off, so. I know that's what you're doing, because I did it when I was, okay. But that's a whole nother story. I think I'm going to call that story time. Rubbing the anaconda. But that's my example. Tell them the truth. You tell them that you know. It's okay for you. Now, Joseph is right. It's a certain way to do it. Don't just sit at the dinner table with your husband and the other churn and say, baby, I know you're gay. Baby, I know you're a queen. Don't do that. Take him out to lunch or something. Or go out to the park and have a picnic and say, let's have a conversation about it. Say, baby, I know what's going on. I know you are. I know you're gay. And I want you to know that I love you and I support you. That's it. I love you unconditionally and I support you whatever you do. Just don't bring no sorry nigga in here. Right? Did I say that right? Just don't bring no sorry ass motherfucker in here. Just don't have no sorry ass little motherfucking boyfriend. Don't bring somebody in here that look like an auntie. That's all. I don't like you. I want you to be with somebody fine. I ain't even gonna say nothing. At least he, Joseph, look at me. Joseph, look at me. At least he fine. You know what I'm talking about, right?
I mean,
he got
me.
The other situation that you was talking about earlier. About the yeah, at least he fine. He fine. He got good taste. Yeah. But yeah, that's how you tell him. You don't just blurt it out, mama. Unless you that type of mama that just blurt things out, and your children is used to you blurting things out. Because now, if your children used to you blurting things out, like, baby, I know you're a queen child. Come on, you want to go to the wig store with me? If you that type of parent, then go ahead and blurt it out. Ain't gonna traumatize them. Ain't gonna scare them. That's like when my father found out I was smoking cigarettes. He was like, yeah, you want to smoke cigarettes? Go ahead. You can smoke all the cigarettes you want to, as long as you can support your habit. I thought he was going to beat me into a new family. I was 12 years old. No, I was 13. 13. No, actually, I was 16. Yeah. I thought my father was going to beat me into a new family when he found that I was smoking cigarettes. But he was cool. He was like, you can smoke if you want to, as long as you support your own habit. My mama was the same way. She said, let me see. She said, I want to see you smoke a cigarette. Did your family react like that?
No, I smoked when I was 20.
Oh, okay. I started smoking when I was a teen. Maybe that's why I didn't get to the height that I wanted to. I wanted to be 7 feet tall instead of 6 feet. Because they say smoking stunts your growth. But yeah. Listen, it's been great today, y'all. It's been a great Sunday. Happy Sunday. As y'all can see behind me, I'm having my birthday celebration next week. My husband bought me the most amazing cake. I don't know what gifts he has in store for me. I told him not to go all out and buy a whole bunch of gifts and do all that stuff for me because I'm not used to that.
On Tuesday.
I'm not accustomed to all of that. I'm not.
Because of COVID, Black Friday, and
Cyber Monday. Yeah, you know I don't care.
Nothing has come yet.
Yeah, he know I don't care. I don't care about all the gifts and stuff like that. See, the only thing, I love birthday cards, and I love when people say, hey, Jamel, just want to say happy birthday. I like going on my Facebook and people saying happy birthday about 10,000 times.
I do have a surprise for you. If I get what I'm supposed to get, And I'll find out tomorrow.
And Joseph, you don't care about all that. You know, let me stop saying that I don't care about it.
Well, you don't
because
care.
I do care.
Because I was going to take you to Destiny Mall and let you get whatever you wanted.
You're going to take me to the Coach store. I go to the Coach store. All I want to know is, can I go to the Coach store? Because if I can go to the Coach store, I need to get my outfit right now. I need to get all this together, honey, so I can walk up in the mall looking, just looking fierce.
There's a lot of things you just don't know.
But anyway, like I said, I'm going to stop saying that I don't care. I love the thought of it, but I'm not accustomed to celebrating my birthday. I've never celebrated my birthday like I've celebrated it since I've gotten married. Like my husband gave me my first birthday party. I never had a birthday party in my life. You know, he actually gave me one of my first gifts. People never gave me gifts for my birthday.
Let me see a transcript. What link you want us to drop?
For what?
I don't know. She said, can y'all drop the link?
Yeah, we can drop the link. Yeah, we can drop it.
But I don't know what link she's talking about.
She's talking about the link to here, to the chat, so she can come on.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah. But before I do that, let me see your transcript. I'll be more than happy to do that. Give me just one moment. But like I said, I'm not accustomed to celebrate my birthday. My husband gave my first birthday party. I never had a birthday party in my life. That was 3 years ago. He was one person that gave me one of my first gifts. People never really give me gifts for my birthday because they say, especially in my family, they say, "Oh, your birthday is so close to Christmas. We're gonna give you a Christmas birthday gift," and they give me a gift on Christmas and my birthday. It's a happy birthday, Merry Christmas gift, but most of them don't even do that. I haven't received a Christmas gift, Christmas birthday gift, or a Christmas gift from my family in, well, since I was about maybe 20.
Coach Cherry, that's a beautiful thing.
You know, so I used to get upset about things like that. I don't get upset about birthdays. I don't get upset when people don't say happy birthday to me. I'm just glad in the day. I'm just happy in the day. I'm happy that I'm alive. That's a message that God gave me. Shamel, just be grateful that you're breathing in your right mind. That's all. Yeah.
You dropping it? Y'all know that ain't my forte. That's Coach Cherry. I should imagine the relief that fell over him when you said that and did that.
Yes, but I am having my birthday celebration on my birthday, December 15th. It was supposed to be this last week, but we changed it. But it's going to be on December 15th, which is this coming Tuesday. So please join us for that. Just to tune in. If you want to come in and say happy birthday, I'm going to drop the link in the chat. You guys can say happy birthday, have words, whatever you want to do. I don't care. Listen, say whatever you want to say. If you have any gifts that you wish to send us, we do have a P.O. box. That will be in the description box. I do have a birthday wish list on Amazon. That link will be there. That's it on my birthday. And know that I celebrate my birthday from June 1st to June 31st. So December 1st to December 31st. That's how I celebrate my birthday. That's just how I am. And Joseph is talking about this thing that he gonna do every time somebody cash apps $20. I gotta drink a shot. So hey, if it happens, it happens. I'm not a drinker no more. I used to be a drinker. We're gonna have some. Well, if we're gonna have it, it's gonna be my drink.
You're not gonna be drunk.
Yeah, it's gonna be my drink. I like Hennessy or Jack Daniels. Or brandy, any kind of brandy. So I'm game for that. I wasn't game for it before because I'm not, like I said, I'm not a drinker anymore. Is she?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not a drinker anymore. But yeah. So those of you that want to join us for my birthday, join me for my birthday, please, by all means, be here on Tuesday night at 8 p.m. 7 or 8 p.m. We'll put the scheduling of it up. You'll hear about it before then. But anyway, I'm gonna bring out Let Me See a Transcript because she has something to say. One moment.
She gonna get you about Umo.
Oh, is she gonna get me? She gonna bring me together? I'm sorry. Hey, and greetings. Let me see your transcript, everybody.
Hey, good morning,
See your
Kings. How are you doing? Jamel and Joseph, how you doing?
If you don't follow her now, she is a part of the A team, which includes Let Me See Your Transcript, Roxanne, Daryl Moore, and Mad Church Disease. They air usually on Friday nights on on different platforms. But get out and get out in these YouTube streets and watch the A team. But hey, how you doing? Let me see your
I'm doing good. Thank you so much for the shout out and for the love. And I love the McRae King. I love you both, and we love you too.
Hold on for 1 second. Hold on for 1 second, baby.
Roxanne said you did it now because she hates Umar. I tried to tell him, Roxanne. Talk.
Hold on.
You should be able to hear.
No,
Yeah, ready?
Yep, I hear you now.
Okay. So the reason why when you said, oh, you respected one thing Umar Johnson said, and I said, okay, I'm gonna listen to this. And you said, oh, what he said on Hot 97. I don't know what year that was, but Umar Johnson, Tramel, if you hear what he says now, you want to cut it. Because
no. What I said was, and I hope please, with all due respect, because I respect your work so much. Let me see your transcript. What I said is that I can expect a man can be honest and open and tell the truth about it. You see, because the show is about keeping it 100, keeping it above.
Yeah.
And the only thing that I can respect is the statement. Let me be clear about that. I respect the truth that he told about the way he feels about gay men and women and the LGBTQ. See, because I would rather be around a person, even if they don't rock with me. I would rather be around a person that can be open and honest and be honest with me and tell me you don't like me. Be bold.
I understand that point, but I guess because the more I know about Umar Johnson is that Tramel, he would not want to be in your presence.
Oh, I know that.
He might have said that. He might have been honest about like, oh, you respect him and you're because he's keeping it real, but then sometimes he's just keeping it real ignorant.
Right. But let me tell you this. I know about this sucker. Let me be clear about that. I know about Dr. Umar Johnson. just like you. I know.
Oh, okay.
Girl, I know about Dr. Umar Johnson.
He slings insults at another man because he could. This is what he does. This is what because in the Black conscious community, they're very much anti-LGBT, homophobic, and if you disagree with them, if you're a man, they're like, oh, you're a booty bandit. Oh, you're gay. And they even go to the point sometimes say, oh, you're a pedophile. You touch children. Then if you're a woman and you disagree with them, oh, you must be a lesbian. You're gay. Because to them, it's like, oh, you being gay or being LGBT, that's against the Black way of life. They feel like, oh, anything dealing with feminism or the LGBT community, those people work with white supremacy against the Black race. And then they get to the point where they're just downright insulting and nasty and want to know more and make comments more about what goes on in your bedroom than what goes in theirs, And it's just, even to the point that where he was basically repeating rumors about an anti-fraud warrior being on the down low, even though he's married and has children, and it wasn't true.
Right.
This other person who's a supporter, or says a supporter, paid some white man from Craigslist to say that he was with this other married man who was a critic of Umar Johnson. I'm just like,
yeah. I mean, I understand. I understand your with it, and believe me, I would never discredit your work because I think you're doing great work by exposing this sucker, because that's what he is. But as I stated, I would rather be in a room like it's like being in a room full of white people to a white supremacist, being the only Black person knowing that deep down that all these motherfuckers in this room want to stab you.
Mhm.
You
I
understand?
understand. You say you want them to be.
I want you to be
You
real.
want them to be real. You don't want them to be fake. But at the same
Right.
time, it's like some of these people. I don't want to be in the room with you either.
Right. I don't want to be in the room.
I'm glad I know where you stand, so I know I don't have to stand next to you.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. That's like. Let me give you an example. When I lived in Tennessee, I owned a house. I owned a beautiful house in Tennessee overlooking the Rocky Mountains in Tennessee. And I had a man that lived next door to me. And he was in the KKK. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Told me. And most people in Tennessee told me, listen, nigger, I don't like niggers. I don't like y'all. I don't have no problem with you. Stay off my property. That's the one thing that I respected. I didn't like Tennessee for that reason. But the one thing that I respected about Tennesseans, especially white Tennesseans, was they told you, I don't like you, nigga. Stay off my property. I had a man, the man that lived next door to me, he told me, he invited me into his home. This is how I found out he was in the KKK. He invited me in his home. I saw swastikas. I saw Hitler. I saw all these things in his home.
You didn't run out?
No, I was screaming on the inside, girl. I was screaming on the inside, and everybody in the neighborhood had told me that they didn't like him, but nobody ever told me why they didn't like him. Because it was mostly white people in the neighborhood. They never told me why they didn't like him. They just said that, because he was one of those ones that had them big loud cars. He was a car connoisseur. He would collect old cars and fix them up, and he would vroom, vroom, vroom through the stuff like that. So that's why I thought people didn't like him. So one day he invited me over to his home because of my driveway. I was getting my driveway paved, and I had a 350 long driveway that went straight up, and I was getting paid. And he came over to my house. He said, "Hey, I see you getting your driveway paid." I never talked to him a day in my life that I lived there. He said, "Hey, I see you getting your driveway paid. If you want to, you can park your cars in my driveway until your driveway is done." I said, "Okay," and that's how we met. And he said, "Listen," he invited me into his home, beautiful home, and I saw on the walls all these memorabilia of Hitler and swastikas, and I saw his cape, and I saw his hood. And he just had it out there in the open. And he looked at me, and I looked at him, and I think he knew that I was screaming bloody hell on the inside. But he said to me, he said, "Yes, sir." He said, "Yes." He said, "I am a member of the KKK." He said, "I'm a card-carrying member of the KKK." He said, "But for me, it's not about hating you. It's about being prideful of my race." And him and I, without having to go into a long, drawn-out conversation, him and I sat and had a long conversation about the KKK and about him and why. And he just went into detail. I didn't ask him for this information, and we went into, this whole thing about, and when I walked out of there, we just had a common. I just still didn't like him as a person, but we had a common respect for one another. We had to, because we had to live next to one another.
That's
I had no problems with him. He ain't definitely want no problems with me. You understand what I'm saying? So that was my thinking at the time. But that I had a respect for that I had a respect for him. Yes, I had a certain level of respect for him. I had to, because I had to live next to this man. And anything he did in the neighbor, anything he did to me, was going to be, there was no way I wasn't going to have to interact with this person. He lived right next door to me. Like, it's just like I can walk outside my door and his porch is right next to mine. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I mean when I say what I say in terms of having a respect for another man. I think that at the end of the day, good, bad, or ugly, regardless whether you like a person or don't like a person, you have to have a common respect for a person simply in order to live in harmony, for your harmony. You know, because you have to be able to remove yourself from certain situations if you need be, if need be.
That's true.
Right? So that's what I mean. I ain't giving Dr. Umar no damn accolades. I want to be clear about that. I'm not giving him no accolades because I don't rock with him. I don't rock with him.
Mm-hmm.
Like the fact that I don't like what he said about the LGBTQ, but I can respect any man that can be honest and tell me the truth. Because, like Maya Angelou said, when somebody tell you the truth about themselves, you better believe it.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
You better believe it. You better believe it. Look at what our country is going through right now. When somebody shows you 123 Republicans, those 123 Republicans that sided with Donald Trump, you people, those people who they represent, those states who they represent,
Mm-hmm.
they told you the truth, black people. Come on, black people. They just told you the truth. You better believe it. You better get your ass out, vote these motherfuckers out, because they just told you they rock with that nigga.
And they're looking like that they might use a rule from the end of at the beginning of Reconstruction that said, oh, if you side with a I don't know if it's an enemy or someone who's against the government, that may be considered as treason. So they may not be able to be seated in the next Congress.
Right. But you know what?
Because you're saying, oh, I don't agree with the election. I don't agree with this president. But it's like he won.
Right. But you know, you got some people that will vote those same Republicans that represent those different states. They will vote them in. Come on. What happened, Roxanne? Roxanne, she got disconnected.
I think so.
Yeah, she got disconnected. But thank you, Roxanne. We was getting to get into a deep conversation about something else.
Wanted to know. I said yes in the comments if you went to Eastside High.
Yes, I did. I went to Eastside High School, class of 85. Yes, class of 85. Yes, I was on Marshall 100. Yes, I was. And I also taught at Eastside for a little while. Yes. And I was there. I was one of the Joe Clark. I was there during the Joe Clark era. Yes, I was there. And the movie, you guys know who went to Eastside. Y'all know that movie ain't true. Some of it. Well, the state board did come in and want to take over, but as far as the school looking like they said it looked in the beginning, our school never looked like that. I don't never remember our school looking that trashy and dirty with graffiti on the walls and camp. School never looked like that. I don't know where the fuck they got that shit from, but they had to do that to make it more interesting, I guess. Yeah, so I am too. I'm starving, but we can get on off here, y'all, because my husband is hungry. I'm hungry too. So make sure y'all following us on all social media platforms. Of course, Joseph is going to tell you who those are.
Extra in the movie.
Oh, you were? Okay. I was in the movie too, but they cut our part out. Yeah, they cut our part out. They actually had a part in the movie where the marching band performed, but they cut that part out. That was the only part that I was in. Yeah. The messed up part is there were supposed to be certain people like that were supposed to be playing starring roles in that movie that from the school, and that was one of the things Joe Clark was really mad about. He wanted to stop the whole production because they made promises and they didn't keep them. But anyway, go on ahead, tell them what social media platforms we on, Joseph.
Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and of course right here on YouTube. You can make sure that you like and follow. And if you haven't already, subscribe. A lot of you watch us and don't subscribe. I don't know why not. You're watching, so you might as well subscribe. And if you want to become part of the McRae Kingz Kingdom, hit that join button. If you don't see it, it's because you're on an iPhone or an iPad and it won't show up. But the link is in the description box and you can join that way as well. And you can always find us on BIGO, as well as if you need to send us anything. Tramel said earlier, P.O. box is in the description box. Our email is in the description box as well. Anything and everything McRae Kingz is all in the description box. And
yes.
Make sure you go check out the McRae Kingz boutique. We have a array of masks and hoodies and stuff for the wintertime. Make sure you go check it out. There just might be something in McRae Kingz boutique that you want to get. They did it to be different. Our production company, that new line is amazing. I love it.
I love the Dare to Be Different, stuff. But yeah, that's it, guys.
You're welcome.
That's it. We will see you guys on Monday.
Actually, Coach Sherry, I like it a lot. It's a lot.
What's
it
that?
becomes a lot. BIGO. It becomes a lot.
Yeah, it is a lot.
But I like it.
It's like a full-time job. It is. It can be.
You have more leeway to do things that you can't do here.
Right,
so
right.
Like if you want to play music while you're live, you can do that. You just have a little more leeway to do some things.
Yeah, you got a lot of freedom over there. That's what I love about it. For you guys that know that I am a DJ, I do a lot of DJing on BIGO. So I play my house music over there.
Blogs, can you put up the Tramel's birthday Amazon link? I think that's what Roxanne wants.
Okay, yeah. But anyway, guys, we can get on out of here for I starve to death. Y'all know my diabeticalness is about to kick in. My sugar.
It's the pills.
Yeah, it's the pills. I've been taking them CB1 pills because the doctor wanted me to gain some weight. So I've been taking these CB1 pills, and I'm telling you, if you skinny and you want to gain some weight, them suckers work. My husband said, he's saying the yams look good. They look cute. They look cute.
They went from rice cakes to corn cakes.
Yeah. Yeah, no, they get ready to be burgers. They about to be burgers next week, like burgers, 2 big burgers. Yeah, little melons, little cantaloupes. I can do little cantaloupes. You should, Yeah, I'm coming from somebody that's saying ain't nothing but legs all the way up. My husband is real tall. He's 6'4". But anyway, guys, we're gonna get on out of here. I'm gonna play the outro for y'all. So make sure that y'all look at the outro. I'm not playing it because we got new people in the house, Joseph. We got new people in the house, so I think it would be perfect for us to play the outro. But guys, make sure you join us weekday mornings at 11:30 a.m. Y'all guys know this is a rarity. We usually take the weekends off. We cutting into our movie time because we do movie day. Me and my husband, we are a married couple, so we do things together to keep the marriage fresh.
Wait!
This is movie time.
Before you go. Wait. Oh, okay. It premieres in 2 hours.
What's that?
Never mind.
What premieres in 2 hours?
I just got a message from the awards, and I said, wait! Because I wanted to know if I won. But it's not premiering for 2 hours on I Am Content's channel. So you guys in 2 hours.
If we win, we coming back on. Yeah, if we win, we coming back. If we don't win, we coming back on. I'm telling you right now.
You can go over to check out I Am Content. Matter of fact, I'll post the link for you guys. You can go over to I Am Content and check and see if we won.
Yeah.
We don't even know if we won.
Yeah, if we win, we coming back on. If we don't win, we ain't coming back on. So y'all can forget that. We ain't doing no pillow talk. We ain't doing no nothing. But like I said, make sure you join us weekday mornings at 11:30 a.m. for Coffee with the Kings. Y'all know. You regular people, y'all know. Watch us 11:30 a.m. weekday mornings at 11:30 a.m. for Coffee with the Kings. That's right. That's right.
Yes, and every third Thursday of the month, be here for Blessings with Sunrise.
That's right, and get your blessing. Yes.
And don't forget the masterclass.
Yes,
you gotta
that's
sign
right.
up. It's next week.
That's right. I forgot about that, Joseph. Don't forget the masterclass. We doing our masterclass. Our masterclass is going to be on July. Is it
Lord,
July? December. I don't know because I want it to be summertime, Joseph, because I got this lace on. It's what December 18th, right?
Through the 20th.
December 18th through the 20th. We are doing a masterclass. It's only $25. $25. If you want to join the masterclass, by all means, send your Cash App to the Cash App that's right there, the MKingz. That's our Cash App. The only thing the dollar sign is missing, but it's $, the MKingz. That's Kings with a Z, and put in the description masterclass so that we may. And also, when you do that, you have to go to the description and get our email and send us an email and let us know that you have paid your $25 for the masterclass so we can send you the secret code to get in, because it's not going to be on the YouTube platform. It's going to be in the Zoom platform. So, with that being said, guys, make sure you sign up for this master. If you're not, this is the last one of the year. You're gonna miss out on it. So all the tools that you need to bring into the new year, you ain't gonna get. You ain't gonna get what you got today. All right? If you don't sign up for the masterclass. So with that being said, we're gonna get on out of here. Make sure that y'all walk in love, peace, sunshine, happiness, and all those great things. And remember, always remember what it is, Joseph.
It's TheMcRae.
All damn day. Now I'm gonna play the outro for you new people. Y'all enjoy this. Bye-bye, guys. Don't forget, let this be your greatest day.
Make it the best day possible.
Yes, and do your greatest. Bye-bye.